Hey guys, this is Jacoby filming another Wednesday with the Trans Tubers. This week we're talking about gender roles. I don't know where to begin with this video. I know with how people identify, sometimes it helps people get enough guts to bear the question, especially in same sex relationships, to bear the question who's the man and who's the female in the relationship. And, I used to hate that question, especially when I identified bisexual and then as a lesbian. Um, People kind of started getting the hint when I would answer really negatively, or I would just like curse, tell them to fuck off, or change the subject. Um, I'm really blunt when it comes to things like that because why why should somebody like have to deal with a question like that? Um, like it's just people automatically assume like the butchier lesbian would be like the male of the relationship, and the feminine one would be, um, the female in the relationship. And that's just like in lesbians. I mean, like the more effeminate boys in the manly boys, like, but for like at least a cis female trans male relationship, gender roles are kind of already explained. Um, but, there's a big difference in at least how my relationship is than like other male to female relationships, such as the cooking and cleaning isn't just left up to the female because, that just sucks. Everything is done 50-50. Like, one of the male stereotypes is like you could put things together and you work on stuff. I'm not a handy person whatsoever. um, my dad did teach me how to work on cars, and so I do know how to do general maintenance. My dad was a mechanic and he restored old cars for a living, so I also know how to do airbrushing and painting and that kind of stuff because that was my department when I helped my dad. But as far as like maintenance and using tools and fixing things, I'm not the greatest at it. My fiance actually teased me and said, hey, at our apartment, they're looking for extra maintenance men. And I said, yeah, I would probably do more damage to the apartments than actually fix them. Um, like when they call and say, "Hey, I have a leaky faucet," I would just basically say, "What do you want me to do about it?" Because I don't know how to fix those. So I mean, gender roles don't always have to be what's male and what's female. Um, I love baking. I like, you know, I could vacuum. Don't really like doing windows, and I'm really bad at dusting because I am severely allergic. So dusting just leads to asthma attacks and me feeling miserable. So normally the dusting gets done when I'm at home, windows are opened, and stuff is sprayed around the house to where I don't smell all the dust that had been moving around in the apartment. Um, but I don't believe that there should be male and female roles. I feel that if you're comfortable enough in your sexuality and you're comfortable enough in your relationship, you can do as you please as long as you're able to please one another. Because all in all, in a relationship, things are about compromise. Things are about, working hard to make the best relationship that you possibly can with the person that you love. And so, personally, I don't like gender roles. You know, um, I hated going to visit family this weekend because gender roles got thrown around a lot, and I really got to see how stereotypical my family can be, such as My brother in law does have a job, um, but he doesn't work as hard as my sister does. My sister is more educated than he is, and she works longer hours, but the person who takes care of the kids primarily is my sister. Um, and then on top of that, she has to keep the house clean, and then when he wants a glass of tea or something, she has to be his maid too. And no, that's not how things should be. And, I don't feel like a woman should be subservient to a man. Um, there might be criticism, there might be comments, there might be remarks back to that comment, but I feel like relationships, like how we want the world to be, should be equal. If you're thirsty, get it your own damn self. If you're hungry and the woman isn't available, you could cook for yourself. And so I don't like gender roles. Um, I mean, sometimes the gender roles could be reversed, and the people in that relationship are fine and perfect with that. And so, like, I don't like how so much emphasis is on gender roles, especially in same sex couples or even like trans couples. Like a male to female and a female to male are together. Um, like, I don't want to get really into it, but people, ask, like, oh, well, he wanted to be a her and she wanted to be a him and everything like that. So how are they really when they're intimate or whatever? And it just, it's none of your business. And I just, I like discussing the different topics that we have to offer. I think it's great that we've picked 7 people to just really put out our opinions, and but gender roles, like, that was kind of a really um, hard topic to pick and to talk about, because there's going to be so many different opinions, and I might infuriate some people, but um, in all of my relationships, it's been, trying to avoid the gender norms, because I'm not normal in my gender. Um, I'm female bodied, and yes, I'm almost 3 months on testosterone, but I'm seen still very much a female, at least in outsiders' eyes and people who don't really know how to uh, change the pronouns and stuff. I experienced that a lot over the weekend. My siblings still throw female pronouns and bio names out, and that's probably never going to change until things become legal. And so I got a little sensitive over it, and my sister told me to man up, and it's just like, why use that phrase, And it just goes all about that gender role. I mean, can't guys be sensitive? Um, you know, all men don't have to be hard, and not all women have to be, you know, sensitive. Like, I know some women who don't cry and don't show their emotions because of how they were raised. I was raised in a family where, yeah, men didn't cry, they didn't show their emotions, but you know what? I feel like it makes me a better person if I could show my emotions. I don't show my emotions where it counts the most. There have been many times um, at my job where I hear something extremely sad, but I don't show my emotion because it's my job. And I can't, I could put my heart into my work, but I don't want my sensitivity to be um, seen as a weakness. I don't want my kindness to be seen as a weakness, because I could be, the nicest person on the planet, but when it comes to messing with me or messing with people I love, I'm not weak. So, um, but yeah, I'm just going way off a topic. So, I don't believe in gender roles. I don't think that there has to be gender norms. I feel like we could be, you know, all parts of a spectrum in that department too. So, love to hear your comments, remarks, how you feel about it, theories, what have you. Submit them to my Tumblr, wherever it's at. Send comments, inbox me here on YouTube, and what have you. I'm going to go ahead and cut this short. I just got back in town and I'm exhausted, and I'm going to have to upload this very soon. So, take care. Have a good week, you guys, and I will see you next Wednesday.